Greetings and welcome to the DevLook at Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. I decided to go ahead and try and make a DevLook and actually my first impressions, not just on early access and maybe as well on a release title. I think it might be interesting. You know, some people ask me to make a proper review or first impressions on this particular game, not just a dev play where I just play it. So let's go ahead and try it and see how it goes. Maybe I will make more of those. So let's start by going to the options menu and have a look what we have here. I don't want to show you everything, so I can tell you that you can remap the keyboard and mouse, but you cannot remap the controller. They call it mappings, but it's actually just the layout. I don't know why. I mean, whatever. So there is a decent amount of video options. You can as well cap the frame rate if you want. Although from what I understood, the game is not particularly well optimized for AMD cards. I know for a fact that it works quite good on NVIDIA cards. But on mine, or I mean maybe it is well the problem of a benchmark, like you have here this benchmark thing. And on my machine I tried kicking everything down to low here and disabling the depth of field and, you know, tessellation, order independent transparency and everything. And that did not change the FPS too much for me. So benchmark was jumping from 30 to 60 like crazy with like a lot of glitchy movement. I assume that's related to the AMD cards. I mean, this game was optimized for NVIDIA, as already said, and it runs better on NVIDIA. But I mean, the interesting thing is that, okay, benchmark works. I mean, it gives solid 30 FPS, and then to the end it gives kind of jumpy 55, 65. It's a very strange one, but the game is actually runs on my machine on medium on solid 60, so that works pretty much fine. I'm not sure, it's probably something wrong with the benchmark, or again, maybe there's the AMD optimization. I don't think there was a specific driver for it yet. Okay, let's jump into the game and I will show you how exactly it works. So as you can see, I completed 8% of the game and I played it around 2 hours and 7 minutes. As far as I understood, I did not come close to even finishing all the tutorials. I mean, I have some like minor ones left. So I mean, this game is pretty huge. For those of you who don't know, Shadow of Mordor is an open world third-person action game. And, well, it's set in Middle-earth, as you might imagine. And your target is to kill orcs, essentially, and that's what you're going to be doing most of the time in the game. Okay, let's keep all of that stuff. I don't want to listen to it. Alright, here we go. That's me in a wraith form, so I won't spoil the storyline for you. But yeah, let's have a look at the mechanics and the world and the map and how everything works. So let's start by going to the map. This is the first area. As far as I understood, you can actually switch them, so you will get to a way larger area in future. And you have a set of missions here, like the yellow ones. So we can open the legend here and see. You can see the yellow ones are the main missions actually. The red ones are missions that allow you to change the how the basically the captains are distributed, I guess. And the gray missions are kind of smaller side missions where you can just get a bit more experience and maybe some I don't remember the name of this currency that you have to upgrade. It's a very elvish name, and basically you can get a currency to upgrade your stuff. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's very Assassin's Creed-like, I guess. I mean, even, you know, having the tower is very reminiscent of Assassin's Creed. I mean, the tower itself is actually pretty easy to climb, and there's no, you know, no climbing puzzles or anything like this. You just go up and that's it to unlock it. It's straightforward. But let's, yeah, I guess. And there's as well those tiny icons, which we can have a look here. As you can see here, this is an intel, rune, herb, and there can be like artifacts and some collectibles basically. So they are not just collectibles, they actually provide some useful things for you. So like if you get intel, you will actually get information about the orcs. We can actually go to this screen. Yes, I already know that. Thank you very much. So those are the captains. And actually behind them, there are the shadows in the back. Probably you should be able to see them on the YouTube. Those are the war chiefs, and those are my targets. I think there's like 5 of them, and I should get to them through eliminating the captains. As you can see here, I already killed 1 of them, and actually 2 of them, but 1 got replaced by another. And those are the guys that I know about, and I have intel on them, you know. So if I zoom on him and I press right trigger, I will see that I don't know anything about him. Okay, let's try this guy maybe. This guy should be... Yeah, so as you can see, I know his weaknesses, yeah? So if I'm going to fight him, I can actually use these weaknesses in the fight to get him scared and defeat him way easier than it was possible with just head-on fight. So this guy, for example, is damaged by explosions and damaged by combat finishers. So it's nice to know. And he's invulnerable to ranged and stealth, so it's definitely not a good way to approach him and try to do a stealth damage to him. I think I already tried actually and got my ass kicked. Okay. So, and then you can, so the Nemesis system is a pretty interesting one. You basically, so this guy, I'm working with him now and actually help him to move in ranks to the top to know more about the war chiefs here. And then you can do all kinds of crazy things by like possessing orcs and, you know, doing variety of additional missions to weaken them and make them fight each other and stuff like this. All right, so let's try. Yeah, I guess, I mean, why not? Let's just do this: invade Thor's Bowmaster, feast, and weaken Sauron's army. Sounds like a good thing. So I will get 40 power. Yeah, I guess we can start by actually looking at the weapons and upgrade system. So I have 3 weapons, a sword, a bow, and a dagger. Each of them can have a set of runes. You have to unlock those for this elvish currency. And then you can equip runes that give you passive, mostly passive buffs, I think. So it's like... This one, for example, gives you 50 health for each death, for each drain from above or a brand from above. So basically, if you're stealthy and do some skills from above, you will gain additional health. And then, like for a bow, I just got a new rune, which says, okay, you have a 17 chance to recover 2 elf shots, which is the spiritual arrows you have. While killing anyone riding a monster. So this, you know, it's a nice addition, and they can mix up the combat pretty well. And then you have upgrades. There is 2 different ones. So you have your skill tree. You gain ability points by gaining either experience or power. As you can see there, I have 949 experience and 102 power. They are different, and you have to get both in order to unlock all of this stuff. Some of it, as you can see, is gated by the missions. So you actually have to complete the mission to get them. And I mean, there's quite a lot of them. So I played 2 hours, and as you can see, I haven't even unlocked the first tier completely yet. And the second abilities you have, you can, or it's not even abilities, I guess it's an upgrades. You can buy using this M currency, whatever it's called, elvish thing, and you can buy a variety of, I mean, it's just a straightforward upgrades, you know, like additional rune slot for sword, more focus, more elf shot, more health, and so on. And all of those are just like straightforward upgrades, and the most interesting ones are here, but they are really expensive. I don't know how much, I mean, probably you have to grind it like, I mean, or maybe not grind, I guess you will get them later in an end game, you know. And those look like the crazy execution ability that you can just enable, and then, you know, for like 20-15 seconds just murder everyone around you, which is pretty cool. I can't wait to get them. Okay, and that's pretty much it with the mechanics. So the stealth is very simple in this game. You can jump from any height. Since you're wrath possessed, you don't give a shit about height. Okay. Let's see, this guy didn't notice us, so we'll just wait for him and kill him once he comes here. Hey, you can as well attract them by using Y. Kind of using your wraith powers. He will come closer, and then you can just murder him. I have to note that the animation quality in this game is pretty incredible. I mean, the Assassin's Creed had a very good animations, but this game probably has even better, I think, in climbing and fighting and finishers and everything. Okay, there's some dudes there. All right, I guess let's just go forward. Okay, here we go. And as well, I have to note that the voice acting and the general quality of the sound in this game is pretty cool as well. So I haven't, I mean, it's just 2 hours, it's not too long, but come on, let's go up. Oh, can we kill him? Yeah, we can. Bang, Archer, you go down. Okay, so I haven't heard even one bad voice actor, even among the, the normal orc chatter. There's a lot of very different voices there, and all of them sound pretty awesome. And the music is very, very, very Middle-earth-esque, so it gives you this feel of Lord of the Rings series, it's really cool. Okay, and we have actually a Vendetta. Is it a Vendetta mission, or this one, Vendetta? You have this sort of a Vendetta missions, which is basically a kind of pseudo multiplayer thing going on. It's basically when other players are killed by one of the captains, you can actually get a mission to avenge those players. Which is, I mean, it kind of does not fits very well into the lore and all this, you are a lone ranger thing, whatever. But it's a nice touch, and I mean, it varies the gameplay quite a lot. Okay, so let's try to actually invade the Fist and show you some combat and show you some gameplay. Probably there will be spoilers, so let's just not... okay, maybe not spoilers, maybe not much. Alright, good. So, what else do we have? We have ability to enter the race world. And we can see enemies, but, the visibility is not very good. And then you can use the right... stick to actually get more info on the boss and spot the bosses easier. So he's vulnerable to combat finishers, stealth finishers, ranged attacks, and mount. Okay, he's vulnerable basically to everything. This is slightly... Okay, let's see. There's a barrel. Nah. Okay, maybe just kill this guy first. Yep, let's just murder him. Good. Now let's try to get closer to him and take him out. If he's vulnerable to stealth finishers, then... Oh, nice. Can actually do that. Bang! And he hate burns. Oh god, that was maybe not a very good thing. Now he comes here. Let's just run away from him. You can actually run away from the encounters and then hide and then try to repeat them. So let's try to pull that off. Maybe I'll do the stealth skill on him. Whoops. Okay. So I remember he was vulnerable to ranged stuff, right? So let's try and I still have some arrows, so... And... Bang! Oh! I killed him! Okay. That's the first boss that I was able to actually just shoot in the head. Which is, I guess, kind of nice. Let's see the battle report. So this guy is dead. And I guess he will be replaced soon. Okay, and now all those dudes will just run away. So let's... So I got something. What is that? Oh, it's an arrow. Okay, it's actually an arrow... Or not arrow, bow. Rune. 30% focus on any shadow strike move. Nice! Okay, I will take that. Gaining focus is quite nice. Okay, let's just try to kill those dudes as well. Come on, fight me. Ah, there you go. So the combat is... Let's stun this guy and then punch his face. Nice. Okay. So the combat is very like Arkham. The camera is going crazy. And it's like one of the games that actually managed to pull the Arkham combat good. Let's try some executions. Here we go. Nice. As you can see, the animation quality is pretty perfect. The combat is not as easy as it was in the Assassin's Creed, for example. Oh god, there's so many of them. That's not very good. Okay, let's try. It's like, unless you have... Okay, finisher, nice. Getting in the fight like this might end up pretty bad. because the direct approach is not always good. I mean, I killed the chief, so it's a bit easier because there won't be any more guys coming in. Okay, let's stun them. Whoa, 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 no, 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 okay. Okay, let me deal with them. Yes, you die. Let's kill that guy. Nice. So as you can see, the combat is pretty fluid, you know, it's pretty easy to chain this stuff, and it's pretty easy to, I mean, okay, fighting maybe with 10 of those dudes is not extremely hard. That's wrong button, come on. No, I didn't make to kill him. Now you die. So fighting like 10 melee guys is maybe not as hard as fighting the dozen of like various orcs, some of them that are like ranged, and there's like hunters who can throw spears. Let's try to interrogate him maybe. So gain intel, yes, let's see what you know. So you can actually gain intel on chiefs interrogating orcs. I guess let's find out who this guy is. Does he know anything about his weaknesses? Stealth finishers, mounted beasts. Okay, decent information. And now we can just murder him. Good, and there's some intel as well, so... let's see what we have here. Collect the intelligence. And that's basically the two ways to find out who those orc captains are. I guess so I know about that guy. Maybe let's find out about this one. So yeah, basically, you know, you have to work your way through all those captains to get to the war chiefs and kill them. Who's talking here? There's something... Oh, it's a plant. So those plants are the only way to restore health, by the way. So if you're badly hurt, you have to actually run away and find some plants to eat. Which is kind of cool, you know, no health regeneration is pretty awesome. Okay, and yeah, I guess that's about it, you know, aside from the collectibles, which we have here. That's pretty much it. So it basically comes down to the question, you know, do you like killing orcs using the variety of techniques, including the kind of basic styles and maybe some intrigues. Like later in the game you will be able to actually make orcs fight for you, kind of dominate them and get control over them, which is pretty awesome. I can't wait for the moment. But yeah, basically it's just, you know, killing orcs. So if you think you will like a game like this, then I would recommend the Shadow of Mordor. It's pretty cool. If you're looking for something more than this, then yeah, I mean it's open world or killing simulator, I guess. And it's pretty good at it. The pretty much everything, well, aside maybe from optimization for AMD cards, is really good. So I guess we can then wrap up here. This is Shadow of Mordor, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. It's available on Steam right now for the full price. I think it's $60 or the original equivalent. It's maybe actually 50, but I don't remember. There will be a DLC where you can kill Sauron if you want to. Not sure about that. I heard that the main campaign is like very lengthy, especially if you stop to finish all the side quests, and that's what I intend to do. Alright, so again, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. Thank you for watching, and as always, see you during the next update. Bye!